Good day everyone, I'm Joshua Clement. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about stud finders. Now stud finders are a great thing to have, especially when you're trying to hang pictures or put up some trim and don't know where to put that, so you hit a stud. Now there are two different types of stud finders, your electric ones and your magnetic ones. The electric ones take batteries in the back and you push a button which turns it on, and it's going to read the objects behind the wall. So you'll take it, you'll press it against the wall and turn it on, and then you'll start running it across until it pops up a stud. Now it'll read metal or wood. It's just going to tell you what object is back there, and you put it up against the wall first. That way it doesn't read the wall. The magnetic ones are a little bit easier to work with. All it's going to do is when it runs past a nail, it's going to grab a hold of that magnet and wiggle it back and forth, and that's going to tell you where the edge of it is. A lot of times you're going to end up reading either the lath boards that are nailed to the studs behind the wall or the screws that they put into the drywall to hold it up. Now here I have a roofing nail, which is most commonly used for putting down shingles and for nailing up drywall. And I'm going to hold it about an inch away from my magnet, and as you can see the magnet is wiggling back and forth, so that tells you that it's strong enough to read through your wood and through your drywall and grab a hold of that magnet. Now when you're trying to locate a stud, it's important that you do it in a couple different places. You don't just go straight across the wall. You move it across and then up and across again, because they're not going to put those nails every inch. They're going to space them about 12 to 16 inches apart if you're using drywall. If there's lath boards, they're usually about 3 to 4 inches apart. So instead of just going one motion across, you want to kind of do it in a circular motion back and forth. After you've located one, you're going to just put a little mark, and then you're going to go down a little bit further and try to find another one on that same stud. You want to make sure that you're hitting a stud and not a metal pipe that's behind the wall. We're going to do that by going down a little bit further, making sure that there's another nail in that same stud. Now on the back of your stud finders, you can see that they've put a little bit of felt on here. That way you don't scratch your wall. You want to make sure that there's a nice clean surface and it's not all dirty, because as you run it across the wall, it's going to leave marks. If you have just plastic like here, you might want to take and put a little piece of tape on there or some felt. That way it's not scratching your paint as you run across your wall. Something to keep in mind is if you're using the electronic stud finders, you might want to keep a couple extra batteries on hand in the toolbox with your stud finder, because if one of those goes out, you're kind of stuck. Or you might keep a magnetic one and an electric one. That way you don't get stuck without a stud finder. Thank you all for watching, and good luck with this project.